side control escapes. This is week 6 or 7 possibly. So another thing we can be thinking about is taking the back. Okay, side control. We've looked so far at Henry Aiken's attack system. We've been looking at a few lapel attacks. We'll continue on with that. But another option is to take the back. So how would I manage to do that? Let's just say car and this has his hands in boxing hand position. Okay, we are in control 1. I can start moving towards north-south. Okay. From side control, I'm starting to move towards north-south. I'll put the crook of my arm behind Carl's. I want to go deep. I don't want to be at the elbow, because if I'm at the elbow, I can move his elbow, but I won't move his body. So I'd be looking to get the crook of my arm onto his armpit. And now to roll him onto his side, I physically lift my knees off the mat. So I'm rolling him to this position here. The other detail is, see the way my sternum is on his shoulder, alright, and I've weight on him. My knees aren't on the mat. Because if my knees are on the mat, Carl can just put his back on the mat again, you know. So the second I get to there, put your back on the mat, bro. Now from there, I will solidify the position by locking seatbelt control or harness control. Okay, so I have him here. Again, I'll be looking to attack the back from this position. So let's just look at, first of all, if we're up against someone that doesn't really know what they're doing. Let's just say Carl decides to roll to his knees. The first thing I'm thinking about, just turn this way, bro. If I have seatbelt control, my left foot is going to come in behind his back here. Just my shin will be tight here. And now as Carl steps over, my foot's already coming under. You notice when Carl rolls to his knees, there'll be space opening up here. If that makes sense. So my shin is here. As he rolls to his knees, my first hook's already in. Second hook comes in and I'm on the back. So it doesn't make sense that anytime I'm in harness control position for me to roll to my knees. Carl has me in harness, seatbelt control, perfect. If I'm here and I just step over, he's on my back straight away. So you need a strategy from this position. So very much, we talked about this kickback concept. We used it in a variety of different escapes, whereby if you've noticed, Charles has my top shoulder behind my bottom shoulder. So my shoulders are like that. The first thing I'm thinking about is withdrawing my bottom shoulder and putting my top shoulder in front of it. Now Charles still on his knees, and if he knows jiu-jitsu, he'll have his shin tight to my back. So my right elbow comes under my body, and I should feel the connection of my right elbow with Carl's right shin or leg. Now if I just step over, that's a 90-degree turn. Carl can take my back. So remember what the detail on the kickback was? The bottom leg kicks out. Alright, as Carl tries to take my back, I'm in the double leg position again. So again, keeping it simple, I connect my left ear to this left hip. I connect my left shoulder to this right hip. Again, I'm not driving back because Carl can post with his right hand. So I drive him to my right, and then I drive straight. So again, Carl's in side control. Gets the crook of his arm under my arm and starts to turn me and get seatbelt control. Okay, he hasn't taken it to the next stage, which you'll look at in a minute. So first thing I'm thinking about is withdrawing my shoulders. My shoulders, my front top shoulder is behind my bottom shoulder. I just switch the position. Also now, my right elbow has made a wedge. So it's going to be difficult for Carl to insert that bottom hook. But the detail is I take my back away from him. I'm actually moving 180. So I just kick my bottom leg out, and as I step over, Carl tries to take me back. Once I'm in turtle bottom, I'm going to make a connection of my ear to this hip, my shoulder to the other hip. Simple, just go again. From there, I drive to my left first, so he posts with his hand. Now there's nothing stopping him from the next. Carl's in side control, starts to turn me up. Lock harness control. This works as well if you use it as a commuter trap. So sometimes people like this as well. When it's not like this, which was last week's move, it's the head's inside. This escape still works the same. What do I want? I want this. I'm withdrawing my shoulders. So my top shoulder is in front of my bottom shoulder, and I brought my elbow underneath. Now I take my back away from it, like kicking out with my bottom leg, turning the face. The car sprawls, it's a different game. Alright, bro? Instead of driving in, I'm backing out. In the front heel lock position. Okay.